Guys, it's Beaver. So this report comes from the Daily Mail, and it's regards to Sharon Goldie. She is a mom who failed to get her teenage daughter medical treatment, even after the daughter tried. So let's just take a read. Sharon Goldie, 45, failed to seek medical treatment for daughter Robyn Goldie. The 13-year-old died in July 2018 after suffering a perforated duodenal ulcer. In week before she died, teenager tried to get treatment, but mother stopped her. Goldie of Wishaw, North Lanarkshire, was jailed for 3 years and 6 months. A mother who left her dying 13-year-old on the sofa while she went to the pub has been arrested for 3.5 years. Robyn Goldie developed peritonitis and died in July 2018 after suffering a perforated duodenal ulcer after Sharon, 45, failed to seek medical treatment for her. The court heard that in a week before she died, the teenager tried to get treatment, but Goldie stopped her from doing so. Oh my goodness. Goldie, 45, at a previous court hearing to willfully ill treating and neglecting her daughter in a manner likely to cause her unnecessary suffering or injury to health between July 12th through, holy crap, 2017 and July 26th to 2018. So they are saying, I believe the way that reads is she let it go for a year. Oh, wow. This is sad. She admitted failing to provide her daughter with adequate food, clothing, or heating, hitting her and permitting her to smoke cannabis and drink alcohol. Because that's going to fix it. What kind of a parent from hell is this lady? Oh my God. The 45-year-old from Wishaw, North Lanarkshire, pled guilty to exposing her to unhygienic living conditions, including cat urine, cat feces, which led to her getting fleas, sentencing her in the High Court sitting in Edinburgh Sheriff's Court today. Listen, guys, I'm not from this country, so I'm probably butchered these names. Don't come for me. I apologize sincerely. I'm doing my very best. Lord Beckett told Goldie she showed considerable cruelty over a prolonged period and said there was no alternative to a custodial sentence. He said, even if your daughter could sometimes be challenging and difficult, she was subject to a terrible ordeal of neglect, ill treatment by you over a long period. You had enough money to provide food for your daughter, but chose not to and purchased alcohol and cannabis. You gave this to your daughter instead of adequate nutrition. Man, what in the hell is wrong with people? Oh my God. Oh my God. Because pot is the same as a home cooked meal. Who in the hell gives pot to a 13-year-old? Or alcohol or any of this? Where do these parents come from? The court heard Robyn was feeling unwell in the week before her death, and by July 24th was pale and shivering, and said she needed an ambulance, but her mother refused. My God. Oh, she's all fancy in her little, I don't want to go back to jail dress. And yet she still couldn't spring for dress shoes. Whatever. Why did that not shock me, you know? She also refused a friend to offer to take Robyn to the hospital in a taxi. On July 25th, Robyn was in the garden asking a neighbor to help her get an ambulance and saying she could not breathe. But again, Miss Goldie intervened and took her back inside. I please hope the next couple sentences is the neighbors called police. And she died at the hospital. Because why? Oh my God, dude. Just shut up and read. I'm just going to shut up and read. Describing July 26th, the day Robyn died, Lord Beckett said, your daughter was in pain that afternoon. You gave her a painkiller and went to the pub. By the time you came home, she was slumped on the sofa, but you and your friend went to the garden to have a drink because the weather was nice. She was dead an hour later. Oh my God. Prosecutors accepted Goldie's not guilty plea to charge of culpable homicide. She was sentenced to 3 years and 6 months in prison. The court heard Goldie suffering a severe traumatic brain injury when she was 9, which affected her cognitive and physical and has had an impact on her ability to manage over the years. Which Goldie? The lady or the kid? Prosecutors accepted Goldie's not guilty plea of culpable homicide, and she was sentenced to 3 years and 6 months in prison. The court heard Goldie suffered a serious traumatic brain injury when she was 9, which affected her cognitively and physically, and has had an impact on her ability to manage over the years. Then if you can't be a parent, then just say it. I can't be a parent. I don't understand that. You don't get a fucking free pass for something that happened to you when you were 9 years old. You are 45. Oh my God. I can say solicitor advocate Marco Girino represented Goldie, saying this lady, who clearly has difficulties both mentally and physically, impacting on her ability in how to view things and consequences of actions or omissions. And I think that lies at the root of her culpability in this case. I know he's got a job. I know he's got a job to do. But what about the other years where nothing happened? What about, she's got a mental illness, but she can go around partying and drinking at the pub and everything else? She's well within her rights to get messed up. You know, I didn't think when you're taking other medications or when you got brain injuries or something, that's like a big no-no. I know somebody personally with a severe traumatic brain injury. Drinking is not on the menu. Nothing that will affect your memory is good. I can say to my Lord, there is no punishment this court can impose that will be greater than the one she is suffering just now as a result of her actions in the death of her child. I beg to differ. Because if she was so worried about harming her child, the minute the child said, I'm sick, she would have went. I don't think y'all are hearing me. People with brain injuries, they take everything literally at face value. Literally at face value. I'm not buying this, dude. I am not buying this. I don't care if y'all come for me in the comments. This is crap. Crap. He told the court Goldie's 25-year-old daughter recently died in tragic circumstances in China, and she has one remaining child, a 23-year-old son. The kid didn't die before the 14-year-old, before the 13-year-old. This is not justice. Look at that sweet baby. Begging. I need help. I don't feel good. I can't move. In pain. She suffered greatly. Alright, that's all I got for this one. Before I just get mad and throw the whole laptop. Like, share, and subscribe. Y'all have a good one.
Hey, so I thought while I had a half a second, I would go and just exactly see what this perforated duodenal is. Let's see. And it says peptic ulcers include gastric ulcers that occur inside the stomach, and the duodenal ulcers that occur on the inside of the upper portion of your small intestine. Now, these are just initial symptoms: burning, stomach pain, feeling of fullness, bloated, belching, intolerance to fatty foods, heartburn, nausea. Most common ulcer symptoms of burning pain. Okay. Less often ulcers may cause severe signs or symptoms as such, which she experienced every one of these that I'm reading because it was over a long period of time. This was completely 110% doable, preventable, fixable. Doable, preventable, fixable. Vomiting blood, which may appear black or red. Dark blood spots in stools that are black or tarry, like extra black, I assume that's what that means. Trouble breathing, feeling faint, nausea, vomiting, unexplained weight loss, appetite changes. When to see a doctor. See your doctor if you have severe signs or symptoms listed above. Also see your doctor if over-the-counter antacids or acid blockers relieve your pain, but not the pain, and the pain returns. So, she was vomiting blood, dark stools, all this stuff, trouble breathing, all this stuff. Now, what causes it? Let's see. Bacteria, regular use of certain pain relievers. So her mom was probably cramming her full of, whatever narcotic pain relievers that she gave her the day of. She was probably made a habit of this. And aspirin, things like that. Now let's get to this. Let's look at these risk factors for mom of the fucking year. Smoking may increase the risk of peptic ulcers. Now, the peptic is also, there's same thing. They're both peptic ulcers. One's different, one's they're heck fire. Y'all know what I'm trying to say. They're all under the same class. This story's got me so fucking flustered. Drinking alcohol. Alcohol can irritate and erode the mucus lining in your stomach and increases the amount of stomach acid that it produces. Have untreated stress. I bet she did. Her mom, she also said that the mom was beating her. I don't know why they didn't charge her with contributing to a minor. Why they didn't charge her with child abuse. That resulted in death. I don't, or neglect. Oh my God, dude. Eating spicy foods, complications, internal bleeding that can occur, slow blood loss and leads to anemia or severe blood loss that may require hospitalization or a blood transfusion. Severe blood loss may cause black or bloody vomit or black or bloody stools. A hole, perforation in the stomach wall. Oh my God. Ulcers can eat a hole through the perforated the wall. This is exactly what happened to her because it said that perforated. The wall of your stomach or small intestine, putting you at risk of serious infection of your abdominal cavity, obstruction. Peptic ulcers can block passage of food through the digestive tract, causing you to become full easily, to vomit and lose weight, either through swelling from inflammation or through scarring, gastric cancer. So now let's just see how easy this would have been to prevent. Protect yourself from infections. Let's see, there's some evidence that can be transmitted from person to person. Let's see, cautious with pain relievers. So this just says avoid Tylenol and aspirin, pretty much is what that says. So she could have done any damn thing. But this baby died with these severe symptoms. She died in severe pain. Oh, God. Okay, this is finally it. This is actually all I have on this topic. Doesn't talk about other family. We're just going to pray for the world. How about that?